Hi, my name is Basir. In this video, we'll learn Chapter 3 Polynomials from Class 10, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana Board Syllabus. Before I talk about polynomials, I would like to talk a little bit about algebraic expressions. Because a polynomial is more or less an algebraic expression with one simple difference. Let's see what it is. Now, let's see what is a algebraic expression first. So algebraic expression, as I told you, it can be a single term just like this 5x, or else it can be a combination of terms 5x plus 3. This term 5x plus 3 is a combination of two terms 5x and 3, right? So 5x is known as is my first term, which is this is a algebraic term, and 3, which is my second term, is known as a numerical term. 5x is an algebraic term because it contains the variable x, right? X is a variable. And 3 is a numerical term because it contains the constant 3. Let's say I write down one more algebraic expression here. How many terms are there? Again, there are two terms. 5x is my first term, 10 is my second term. They are separated by the minus symbol. So please remember, plus symbol and minus symbol, they separate the terms. Division and multiplication, they cannot really separate the terms. Let's say instead of plus or minus, let's say I have division, or let's say I have multiplication. So let's say I have division here, and let's say I have multiplication here. This complete thing is considered as one single term because you have the symbol as division. Division and multiplication, they do not really separate the terms. So this is one single term. Likewise, 5x into 3 is considered as one single term. Now, what is a polynomial? An algebraic expression in which the variables involved have only non-negative integral powers is called a polynomial. Non-negative means positive. I am sure you must be knowing what an integer is, right? An integer have both negative number is a combination of negative numbers and positive numbers, right? An integer is a collection of negative numbers and positive numbers. Here it is saying in the definition, it is saying us that the variable should have non-negative integral powers. Non-negative means positive. What are the positive integers here? Out of these, what are the positive integers? These are the positive integers 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, right? So here, if an algebraic expression, if the power of a variable is only a positive integer, only then that algebraic expression would be called as a polynomial. Let me give you an example. Let us say I write down here x square, and then let me write down x square plus x to the power of minus 3. Let me also write down a few more algebraic expressions here. X plus 1 by x. Now, out of these three algebraic expressions, which of them are polynomials? X square is a polynomial, obviously. X square is a polynomial because the power is a positive integer. It's a positive integer, right? Here x square plus x power minus 3, it cannot be a polynomial because the power is a negative integer. So this one is not a polynomial. Now let's see if x plus 1 by x is a polynomial. X plus 1 by x, I can write it as x power minus 1, right? I'm sure you must have learned in your lower classes 1 by x power n is x to the power of minus n. So x to the power of 1 by x would be x power minus 1. The power here again is a negative integer. So this cannot be a polynomial. This cannot be a polynomial. Depending on the number of terms, a polynomial can be named as a monomial, binomial, trinomial, and a multinomial. So if you see this table here, you'll get to see that minus 3x, minus 3x. How many terms are here in minus 3x? You have only one term. You have only one term. So this is known as a monomial. Now if you see 3x plus 5, how many terms are here? 3x is one term, after plus 5 is the second term. So plus is separating these two terms, 3x and 5. So how many terms are there? Two terms are there. So this would be termed as a binomial. Now in the third one, how many terms are there? Three terms are there. 2x square is my first term. After plus 5x is my second term. After plus 1 is my third term. So how many terms are there? 2x square is first term, comma, 5x is my second term, and then 1 is my third term. So since it has three terms, it can be named as a trinomial. Tri means three. Multinomial, if it has more than three terms, we name it as a multinomial. So if these are the terms given, so what could be the multinomial term here? 3x square, 3x cube plus 2x square minus 7x plus 5. This is a multinomial because it has more than three terms. How many terms are there? Four terms are here. So depending on the number of terms, a polynomial can be named as monomial, binomial, trinomial, and a multinomial. If it has one term, it's named as a monomial. Two terms, binomial. Three terms, trinomial. More than three terms, multinomial. Now what is degree of a polynomial? If the degree of the polynomial is 1, then it is known as a linear polynomial. See here, if you consider this case here, x minus 12, what is the degree? The degree is 1, because if you don't have a power of x, then we say that it is raised to the power 1. The power is 1. So when the power is 1, when the degree is 1, it is known as a linear polynomial. Quadratic polynomial will have a degree 2. Let's say I write it down here like this: 3x square plus 5x plus 4. What is the degree here? Degree of this polynomial is 2. Again, what is the actual meaning of degree of a polynomial? Degree of a polynomial is nothing but the highest power of the variable. Here in the first term, the power of variable is 2. X is the variable and the power is 2. In the second term, the power of variable is 1. In the third term, you don't have a variable, you just have a constant term, 4. So when you have a constant term, the power of the constant term will always be 0, because we all know that x power 0 is 1. If you have the power 0, the answer is 1. X power 0 is 1. So what is the power of the first term? 2. Power of second term is 1. Power of third term is 0. Which is the highest power of x? The highest power of x is 2. So the degree of this polynomial is 2. So what is the meaning of degree? Degree is nothing but the highest power of x in a polynomial is known as degree of the polynomial. So if the degree of the polynomial is 2, it is known as a quadratic polynomial. If the degree of a polynomial is 1, it is known as a linear polynomial. If the degree of a polynomial is 3, it is known as a cubic polynomial. What is a zero polynomial? 0 is known as a zero polynomial. And what is a constant polynomial? Any constant number like 5, 6 or 7, 8. These are known as constant polynomial, because 5 is a constant, right? So it's known as a constant polynomial. What is zero of a polynomial? Let's say I have a polynomial here. P of x is equal to x square plus 5x plus 4. We denote the polynomials as p of x. I'm denoting this as p of x because the variable here is x. Let's say if the variable would have been y, then we would have denoted it like this, p of y, right? Now let us find out the 0 of this polynomial x square plus 5x plus 4, how many zeros would be there? There would be two zeros because the degree of this polynomial is 2. If the degree of the polynomial is 2, you get two zeros. If the degree of the polynomial is 3, you get three zeros. As simple as that. So the number of zeros that you get is equal to equal to the degree of the polynomial. Now let's find out let's see how to find out the 0 of the polynomial. In place of x, let's say I substitute the value 1. In place of x here, in place of x, I am substituting 1 square as it is. In place of x again, I am going to substitute 1. What will I get? 1 square is 1 into 1. 1 ones are 1. 5 ones are 5 plus 4. How much do I get? 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. ठीक है? Okay. Let me substitute the value of x as minus 1 this time. So in place of x, I am substituting the value as minus 1. In place of x, I am substituting minus 1. In this polynomial, in place of x, I am substituting minus 1. What is minus 1 square? Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. Plus into minus is minus. 5 ones are 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay. So in place of x, if I substituted minus 1, I'm getting 0. Okay, that's fine. Let me go ahead and substitute one more number here. Let's say if I substitute x as minus 4, then what happens? In place of x here, I'm going to substitute minus 4 square as it is. In place of x, I'm substituting minus 4. Minus 4 square would be how much? Minus 4 into minus 4 is how much? Minus into minus is, see here. Minus 4 square would be how much? Minus 4 into minus 4. Minus into minus is plus. 4 4 is a 16. This would be 16. So if a negative number is raised to even power, if the power is even, you end up getting positive result. So minus 4 square is 16. Plus into minus is minus. 5 4s are 20. 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 minus 20 is how much? 0. 20 minus 20 is how much? 0. So how many times you got the answer as 0? 2 times. When you substituted the value of x as minus 1 and when you substituted the value of x as minus 4. So this minus 1 and minus 4 are known as 0 of this polynomial. 0 of the polynomial x square plus 5x plus 4. When I substituted the value of x as minus 1 and the value of x as minus 4, both time I'm getting the value, I'm getting 0. So this minus 1 and minus 4 becomes 0 of this polynomial. And I told you we would be getting two zeros because the degree of this polynomial is 2. We would be getting two zeros. There's a, this method that we did here, this is known as trial and error method. Trial and error method. We can find out zeros of the same polynomial using a little easier method. Let's see how to do it. To find out the zeros of any polynomial, you first need to equate that polynomial with 0. Let's say I want to find out the zeros of this polynomial x square plus 5x plus 4. I'll have to equate that polynomial. Equate the polynomial x square plus 5x plus 4 with 0. Equate this polynomial with 0. Now, you know how to factorize a quadratic equation, right? This became a quadratic equation, and I'm sure you would know how to factorize a quadratic equation. If you don't know how to factorize a quadratic equation, I would suggest you to watch one of my other videos in which I have shown you how to factorize a quadratic equation. So I'm just going to factorize it directly here. I'm not going to explain how do you go about factorizing this, because you can pretty much watch one of my other videos where I have already talked about factorizing a quadratic equation. So when I factorize this quadratic equation, I get the value as minus 1 and minus 4, which is same as above. So to find out the 0 of a quadratic polynomial, all you have to do is just equate the equate the polynomial with 0 and find out the value of x. These values would be 0 of this polynomial. Rest of the videos of this chapter will soon be available on our website, which is basiracademy.com. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to post them as comments on YouTube. You can also interact with me using the live chat feature on Basir Academy's website. So please log on to basiracademy.com to watch the rest of the videos of this chapter. They will be soon available on Basir Academy's website. And if you have any questions, you can post as comments on YouTube, or you can log on to Basir Academy's website and then use the live chat feature to interact with me. Thanks for watching the video. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.